Put yourself in the year 2500. What do you see? What do you hear? While modern science fiction may have you thinking it will remain fiction, that's more than likely going to be the reality for all of us nearly 500 years from now. It will be a vastly different landscape for human civilization, and believe it or not, Earth may not even be our home planet by then. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's break down what exactly the future holds for all life on Earth in the year 2500. First, would Earth be safe to continue life? More than likely, you've all been hearing about projections of many cities being inhabitable by the year 2050. That's barely 25 years from now. Unless CO2 emissions drop significantly, global warming by 2500 has been projected by international scientists to make the Amazon barren, the American Midwest tropical, and the Indian subcontinent too hot to live in. We're not talking about seasonal dangers here. These conditions will be permanent and extremely fatal for humanity and animal life. From flesh to dry and blue to dust, Earth will lose much of its greenery and water by 2500, which is only the planet's natural way of evolving after decades of human industrial interference with the atmosphere and nature. While this may sound bleak, humans would have already found other places to live and prosper by the year 2500. So let's talk about life after Earth. After mankind destroys planet Earth with plastic and fossil fuel pollution, the overuse of natural resources, and caused the extinction of multiple plants and animal species, the main question becomes, where do we go next? Earth is already looking overcrowded with a projected population of nearly 10 billion by the year 2050. Due to this, the consumption of natural resources is at an all-time high, so looking for a new planet now isn't a bad idea for the future. Forward-looking researchers led by Dr. Asaf Hachman at the Freddie and Nadine Herman Institute of Earth Sciences at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, in collaboration with other established data researchers, have successfully developed a framework to study the atmospheres of distant planets and locate those planets fit for human habitation without having to visit them physically. The innovative method evaluates the habitability of distant planets using a computerized system that classifies such potential homelands and identifies those that are suitable for future human settlements. It's no secret that the climate crisis presents a huge challenge to all people on Earth, leading many scientists to look for exoplanets, planets outside our solar system on which humans could potentially settle. The James Webb Space Telescope was developed as part of this search to provide detailed observational data about Earth-like exoplanets in the coming years. Their joint research study has just been published in the prestigious Astrophysical Journal under the title Greater Climate Sensitivity and Variability on TRAPPIST-1e than Earth. You may be wondering, what is TRAPPIST-1e? Well, it's a planet located some 40 light years from the Earth, scheduled to be documented by the James Webb Space Telescope next year. But most importantly, it's looking to be the future homeland of humankind. Technology in the year 2500. After the evolution of humans comes the evolution of technology. If we've all integrated technology deep into our lives only by the beginning of the 21st century, can you imagine what the world would look like by the 26th century? Close your eyes and imagine the future for humans. It's possible that your vision of the world is exactly what 2500 will look like, no matter how absurd you might think of it. General street, rail, and air modes of transportation are the first to be broken down when it comes to transportation. High-speed underground train systems will be the norm for essential civilian travel, while hovering and surface-based electric vehicles will be the next common mode of transportation. Some analysts have suggested that human communication may evolve into lifelike 4D holograms and AI-generated figures for virtual communication. This of course isn't very far-fetched due to the current landscape of technology already predicting the use of AI in everything by the end of the 21st century. Robots are expected to be integrated into society almost all around the world to assist humans in everyday activities. Don't think of iRobot here, but instead very subservient beings controlled by humans. But while this may benefit society greatly, it also brings uncertainty about the future of people's jobs. From factory jobs to computing services, AI and robotics could be the future employees. All-in-one wearable smart glasses with built-in augmented reality will be very common. With these, we wouldn't need to carry mobile phones, digital watches, headphones, or other tech in our pockets. The glasses would have biotech sensors, cameras, sound systems, and a complete entertainment suite that will personalize our experiences on the go. Just by 2040 or even earlier, neural interfaces and AR will be so advanced that people can perceive the world in entirely new ways. AI systems will be integrated with these technologies to provide real-time translation, contextual information, and personalized recommendations. Moving on, another interesting step forward in technology worth looking at is entertainment. Have you all heard of the ongoing writer's strike in Hollywood? Well, one of the reasons why writers are striking is because of the groundbreaking use of AI by production houses to take over the writing processes for films and TV entirely. This is, however, a great concern right now, particularly because OpenAI systems are, more often than not, plagiarizing work from other available pieces of writing found on the internet to develop a new idea. But by 2500, AI will be its own being with genuine thoughts and emotions. And with those thoughts and emotions comes imagination and creativity. God knows what will become of artists and content creators even 800 years from now. But just know that AI has become a vital part of technology and life and won't be taken away from the general public anytime soon. However, restrictions will more than likely be put in place regarding the freedom of use of AI technology. These restrictions will primarily protect the identities of human beings, so as to not have the ability to create artificial clones of real people. As for film entertainment viewing, the user experience would eventually be nearly totally immersive, with the user playing a character in the movie, only it would be from behind the fourth wall, a viewer's perspective. Decisions each viewer makes would influence the unfolding chain of events. Technically, you could see the same movie over and over and get a different experience each time based on the differing choices that you could make. This is definitely going to be a reality even before the year 2500. But what about medicine and life expectancy? Continuing developments in medicine are expected to greatly reduce the mortality rate by 2500, and no one under 80 years of age will die at that time. Due to technological development, many of today's serious diseases like cancer will end. As of 2023, we're already seeing massive strides in the treatment of cancer with remedies, treatments, and even jabs being approved to cure a patient of cancer. One vaccine will be eventually enough for immunity against all types of diseases, and all medical reports will be available on one smartphone. But what about extraterrestrials? Be honest, how many of you think that we'll make contact with life outside Earth? It is actually estimated that by 2500, space travel will be a very common activity even for the middle class, and with more and more space exploration will come more frequent encounters with not only alien vegetation, but also actual aliens. By the end of the 21st century, it could be possible to send a space shuttle to Alpha Centauri, our nearest star system, and potentially even discover alien life. It's only a matter of time before all of us come to the realization of life beyond Earth. To summarize our future in the year 2500 in just a few words: AI, aliens, and new worlds. What do you all think about the future of humankind in 2500? Let us know in the comment section below.